Karl-Heinz Rummenigge is a German former football winger. He had his greatest career success with German club Bayern Munich, where he won the Intercontinental Cup, the European Cup, as well as 2 league titles and 2 domestic cups. A member of the West Germany national team, Rummenigge won the 1980 European Championship and was part of the squad that finished runner-up in the 1982 FIFA World Cup and at the 1986 World Cup. He was also honored twice as European Footballer of the Year. He is currently the Chief Executive Officer of the FC Bayern Munich, a daughter company of Bundesliga team Bayern Munich, as well as being the chairman of the European Club Association. Career as player. Club Rummenigge was born in Lippstadt, North Rhine-Westphalia. He joined Bayern Munich in 1974, coming from the Westphalian amateur side Borussia Lippstadt, for a transfer fee of California, €10,000. He immediately showed great strength as a dribbler. His striking qualities were initially insignificant, but would find great improvement in later years, particularly after the arrival of coach Paul Cernay in 1979. In 1979-80, he scored 26 goals and became for the first time the Bundesliga's top striker, a feat he repeated in 1981 and 1984 with 29 and 26 goals, respectively. With Bayern he won the European Cup in 1975 and 1976. In 1975, he did not take part in the final of the competition, whilst in the year thereafter a glass of brandy sufficiently prepared the nervous Rummenigge to contribute to the defeat of Saint-Étienne. In the same year he became also part of the team that prevailed in the Intercontinental Cup finals against cups.A from Belo Horizonte. In the era of coach Cernay he found in midfielder Paul Breitner a congenial partner, and he formed such a formidable 1-2 punch that they were only called Breitnigge. The club, then often dubbed as FC Breitnigge, won in this period the Bundesliga title in 1980 and 1981, and a DFB Pokal in 1982 and 1984. A renewed triumph in the European Cup was denied, when the club lost the 1982 final narrowly against Aston Villa. In the season before, Rummenigge was top scorer in this competition with 6 goals. His substantial contribution to the successes of the club and the German national football team found also expression in personal honours. In 1980, he was named German Footballer of the Year, and in 1980 won the European Footballer of the Year. In 1984, aged 29, he was sold for a record fee of €5.7 million to Inter Milan. Despite a notable beginning, in which he helped the team to compete until the end for the 1984-85 Scudetto, Rummenigge's career in Italy was mostly marred by injury problems. At the end of his contract in 1987, Rummenigge moved on to Swiss First Division club Servette FC in Geneva, where he saw his career out. In his last season, 1988-89, he had his last success, becoming top scorer in the Swiss league with 24 goals. National team. With the West German national team he took part in the 1978 World Cup in Argentina, 1982 World Cup in Spain and the 1986 World Cup in Mexico. In 1978, West Germany exited in the second group stage of the tournament. In 1982 and 1986, the team was runner-up behind Italy and Argentina. Rummenigge also took part in 2 European Championship tournaments. In the 1980 competition in Italy, West Germany defeated Belgium in the final by 2-1 and won the trophy. The 1984 tournament in France is engraved as one of the most unsuccessful undertakings of the German national team. West Germany was already ousted in the group stage. Altogether, between 1976 and 1986, Rummenigge amassed 95 caps and scored 45 goals for West Germany, including one in the 1986 World Cup final match. He also scored a hat-trick in a group stage game against Chile during the 1982 World Cup. Style of play. Rummenigge was often seen as a complete and versatile forward, and unlike his predecessor Gerd Müller, did not score most goals from inside the penalty area and often scored individual goals and sometimes long-range goals. Rummenigge was often renowned for his dribbling ability and could work well with another striker or on his own. His great instinct allowed him to score frequently and scored over 200 goals during 10 years in Bayern. International goals, scores and results list. West Germany's goal tally first. Football management. From 1990 until 1994, Rummenigge worked as a TV co-commentator for matches of the German national team. In autumn 1991, Bayern Munich invited Franz Beckenbauer and Rummenigge to return to the club as vice presidents. Rummenigge held this position until 2002, when he was appointed chairman of executive board of the newly corporatized football department of the club. According to the club, in his role as chairman, he is responsible for external relations, new media, board affairs and representing the holding company on national and international bodies. Miscellaneous. In April 1983, the British pop duo Alan and Amp Denise recorded a tribute song about his sexy knees. In the song, Rummenigge, What a Man, the record reached number 43 in German charts. In March 2004, he was named by Pelé as one of the top 125 greatest living footballers. His brother Michael Rummenigge was also a noteworthy footballer. He played as forward for Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund from 1982 to 88 and 1988 to 94, respectively. He also represented Germany on 2 occasions between 1983 and 1986. Rummenigge and his wife Martina have 3 sons and 2 daughters born between 1980 and 1991. Career statistics. Also played 2 Intercontinental Cup games. Also played 4 UEFA Super Cup games. Career overview. He is the 11th most capped player for Germany. He is the 5th most successful striker for Germany. He is the 10th most prolific scorer of all time in Bundesliga history. With Bayern Munich, he is the 2nd most prolific scorer of all time in league history after Gerd Müller.